first time. Yeah, this could be a bit of an inferno. Don't know how this is going to work.
Make sure that they are actually working. These are still beam units, so they haven't got a bowl. If there's a fault with the lights, the whole unit will need replacing.
It might. I haven't had the fire going for wow. I haven't had the fire going for. I thought it'd be a nice idea if we do the fire. I haven't done it for a while. For oh god, 2 weeks. I wouldn't exactly say it's cold, but there's a lot of sort of, it's a little bit of a chill in the air. The central heating's not been kicking in because it's not been cold enough, but I think we'll get it going just for a couple of hours. So the world's gone mad, isn't it? Let's have a look at the news and see what the news is saying. I get fed up of it. I get fed up of the news, I suppose. I tend to watch GB News, but I suppose I'm a bit of a... There's some things I feel strongly about, and there's other things I get annoyed. What annoys me, there's a guy on there, which one's that, Andy Doyle, and he's gay. You know, oh god, look, the fire's not. Shit, what's happening? Come on!
Happiness is spending time doing the things you love with the ones you love. It's feeling a sense of purpose.
Oh, I'm gonna have to put a fire lighter in it. It's probably got too much of that stuff on it.
With a range of homes to buy or rent at 16 retirement villages across England and brand new communities coming soon.
Oh my god, this isn't very successful. The argument about the women boxer in the Olympics, 2 women boxers, and one looks a bit like a man. And this has been going, and this sort of shit, I'm not really into sport, but this shit's been going on for years. That happened years ago. Wasn't it a Russian shot putter or something? And to me, it's just like sour grapes. And that Andrew Doyle, and the likes of that idiot who's gay, is kind of like creeping. It's weird. Why would he creep up to women? Well, the wrong type of women. I mean, the woman's a woman. She looks a bit like a man, and she's got these chromosomes. And she's better boxer. The boxing, they're matched per weight, aren't they? For weight. So it just turns out she's a fucking far superior boxer to the other one, or stronger. I don't even understand boxing. I don't understand why a woman would want to be a boxer. To me, it's a man thing. Thump fuck at each other. I don't understand. I admit I don't like it, and I don't understand it, and I don't want to understand it. I'm not interested in it. I'm not interested in boxing. I don't know what. When I watch 2 men or 2 women punching each other in a ring. It's just not my cup of tea. Now, do you think the fire's going to go now?
I had weight loss surgery to enjoy more time with my children.
It's certainly dry. I mean, the stuff's been in there for about a week.
I did it to enjoy long walks and to feel more healthy.
What else is going on? Well, Keir Starmer has turned out to be a total tosser, but I knew that. I knew that. I knew that. I thought everybody knew that. So now we're going to clamp down on the far right. But he wasn't too bothered about BLM or what was the other one? The Palestinian riots. Do you know, I can't even move my face properly because I'm still half asleep.
Actually, I've enjoyed, I don't know about you, I'm enjoying a lot of the other sports that I'd never normally watch. And we'll never watch again.
I think that's going.
For another 4 years.
Such as.
I think that's going to go.
Skeet shooting.
Rowing.
All that
The
stuff.
skeet shooting.
Look at all
No,
right.
that's not me. How come the girl? Now wait a minute. She's.
So everything's at threat, you know. So these twats,
She clipped the clip.
these politicians.
Did she? So why wasn't it given?
Well, I tell you,
It's actually quite a depressing
so Amber Rutter there.
time of life for me. I'm sort of nearly 60 to see like the advances that we've had over the years, you know, and then to see them getting taken away from us. The whole climate crisis thing. It is a crisis, but it's a crisis because we were being ripped off by the politicians, and they're already well into this. They're already right into it. They were getting into it before you even realised it was happening. And you take it for granted that that's what your bills are and everything. You just pay it. You don't object to it because it's wired into your bill. You've got to pay it. You can't. So you can't say I'm not having nothing to do with this climate crisis. All the subsidies and everything for wind factories. It's a scam. Definitely a scam. And the car industry, you know, it's been almost decimated by these nutters. What they should have done is, well, I don't know if they still are in other parts of the world, but they should have kept on developing the internal combustion engine to the point that it was so efficient, you know, and that's what they should do. I don't know if they maybe are doing that, or keep doing that, running on renewable fuels, and that would, they wouldn't need to bother with stupid batteries. These batteries, see this gimbal it's got on these, it's got a lithium battery, so is this phone, but they're tiny. Like a lithium battery in a car is what size this room. And you want to have that sitting outside your house, a bomb. I don't know how the hell that happened. How did that get? You know, it's all these numpty politicians that's pushed it, and nobody wants it anyway, and they're still pushing it. What else is going on? They just. I don't know if it's. I mean, my particular world, my own little world, is going quite well. So all these things that's going on. So what we've got to do today. Oh, alright. What we'll do is. Got a lot of sorting out to do. A lot of sorting out to do.
Because Jamaicans are saying, look, it looked like Thompson actually won it. Because how do you tell? Can't you give them both a goal? But it's all there on a photo finish. It's so close.
I had some interesting experiences 100 metres when I was competing myself.
I think you're a medal distance guy.
I've got very big thighs. Have you noticed how big my thighs are? Have you ever watched my bottom of thighs? See,
I do. I watch the wrestlers.
they're runners' thighs.
They are runner's thighs, yeah.
But I remember 100 metres one time.
What we've got to do is.
Yards in my day, right?
Oh,
80 yards. And my hamstring went.
fire is going.
Yeah, really bad.
It's going. Right, so.
So the thing is, the difference built, because I always thought you were a middle distance guy.
Well, I was so talented. Let me tell you how talented I was.
So good. I've got to get these sent off.
No, couldn't do the high jump. I couldn't do the.
Oh dear.
Pole vault is a tricky
That.
thing, you know, because so you
Got to get that sent off.
maybe you could do 8 events.
Yes.
Yes. Octathlon. We don't use terms, so we're calling monthly Thompson in your case.
Have you seen that documentary, Brigade?
Now what we've got is. That's the original.
Channel sauce on
That's the original.
very good.
Now, I suppose these were done because somebody appreciated. I'd already done one of them, an oil painting, and it's. So there's that one. Oh. Can you see that? We're not going to be able to put that on for long. Oh dear, quickly. That one. That's a print of an oil painting. I think the oil painting is through the house. Better get that off there. That's not going to fly. It's going to fry. I don't know if I can put my hands. So what we've got is a. So my friend's got this pretty cool printer, and it came up with these. So the idea is that when I go to the tractor show, so the originals are getting sent to Switzerland, right? That's the prints. They look fantastic. Now, so there's one a bit brighter than the other. So that one there, right? It's to do with the, you know, the colours on the printer. That one's a bit brighter. I like that one better. So the idea is, I made them fit an IKEA frame that I got somewhere. So I need to go and try and find the IKEA frames and buy them. So, and the plan is to put them in there. And now, before you start saying, oh, how much are you selling them for? Well, the prints, that is. I've got the tractor show. I'm going to have to make it sort of the prints. Well, I've got to cover the cost of the frame. And I've got to cover the cost of. Fire seems to be going. I've got to cover the cost of the frame, and I've got to cover the cost of the print, you know, the ink, or whatever it is that's used for the printer. But also, there's going to be a lot of kids there, you know, the tractor show. So it's going to have to be, it's not going to be a sort of mad price, it's got to be somewhere where they can afford it and get their parents to buy it. It's a bit of a problem because at the end of the day, so that's, so the idea would be to do some more of these types of things. I already have done over the years, but and then take them and that it'll make my stall look better. So it should really be going into the art side of things. That's what I'm saying. You know, that's the whole. I just don't seem. I seem to be into a lot of things. I mean, ideally that would be better with another two, front and back, which is what the original paintings were. What happened was that one there was I put a lot of effort into that one. That one there. That was the sort of 3/4 view. And the front and back, and that's how I did it. I did the four of them on the same board, oil paint, and this has turned into a Mini Cooper S update, isn't it? With a fire. So really, that's really where I need to go with this, is try and move back into the art side of things. It's difficult because you've got, you know, that phrase, make hay when the sun shines. So that's what I've been doing, and the art hasn't really been. It's hard to explain it really, but that's really what my talent, where my talents lie in life, is that, you know, and sadly it hasn't really worked out the way it should have done. Sadly. So maybe get them sent off today, hopefully. It's the plan, and I need to try and get back into it. I've got so much other stuff happens other things that I'm into, and I don't spend enough time doing art. I only really did these because I was inspired by somebody who liked, you know, what I had done. It's an amazing feeling, and I sort of am getting on a bit, like 58, and you still haven't really fucking done much art in your life, really. Well, you have, but not to any great sort of legitimate degree, you know, is what I mean. And I should have done. I sit there going on about it, blaming my parents and everything. I do blame my parents for it quite a lot. And I think it's a sort of legitimate blame. I think the whole thing just went. Our whole family was. It didn't really work out for me. It worked out for some of them. Yeah. I mean, it worked out for some of them. And my brother did quite well out of it. We all did well out of it in some sense. Yeah, for sure. In some other senses, we didn't. So we're talking about the protests now, which is what I wanted to hear about. So it's going about the far right. That's really fucking annoying, isn't it? So, you know, I love the colours, the textures, and when you do the prints, it really sort of accommodates the textures and everything as well. So really, what I'm trying to say is I want to get away from the arguing with strangers type things that happens in the videos, which has happened to me, and get back into art and be a kind of functioning member of society, not functioning, but not. I mean, it's a bit. It's not ideal, is it, to be Curtis Media or Marty Blackborough or. I mean, PG Audits is quite. I think he's legitimate, and when legitimate, I mean that he goes about, he conducts himself in a reasonable way. You know. So I'm not sure that I'm really would be cut out for that, to go down that route. You know, to get up in the morning and go in the knowledge that you're going to end up fucking people off and arguing with people. I can't really stand it.
The thugs, and I'm using the words that the government are using here, are mainly young men, and they're very, very angry young men. We've seen this before a million times. Young men get angry. But there are women there. I read a comment from a pensioner who went to a protest in Blackpool. He's in his 70s. He said, I'm not here to attack the police. He goes, that's stupid, but I am here because I am concerned of what is happening to my country. Yeah. He goes, but I'm not far right. I'm just.
But Stammer's a globalist, so you know he's in with it. You know, he's not going to listen to you. I don't know why anybody voted for Labour. It was plain as day. I think you have to just consider that the majority of people are numpties. And it's really arrogant of me to think that way. But I think it's true. I think the majority of people are numpties. Say like, I don't know what it is, 60%, 70%. There's 20% of people are not numpties. So yesterday in Stirling, well, I got back from, you know, I was at the market and then I went to visit my friend. I was on my way home, I looked at Facebook, and they were going around ticketing cars in Cowie. I should go and fucking catch up with that, and I thought, well, they're maybe not there anymore, you know, and I just didn't have the energy to do it. Then there was a fire or something in Larbert, so it's like, I could do it that way. I could be some kind of citizen journalist, you know. Facebook, you get the information, get in your car, go to where the trouble is and film it, you know. I would like to film them ticketing cars, yeah. That would have been good. So maybe it was a bit late by the time I cottoned on to it. I don't know what to do. Do they just go to Cowie? Do they then go to Stirling? The target villages? You know, people parking on pavements. We've had that discussion before. I think it's stupid. persecution. Another example, persecuting the motorist. I don't. It doesn't personally bother me. I don't need to park on pavements, or I do outside my house if I'm shifting the cars around. That's the only thing. What they not recognise is the roads aren't wide enough, and they haven't thought about that when they're building these housing schemes. Another example of don't put up with that shit, you know.
Hospitality that the government are encouraging and inviting them to be doctors, to be whatever it might be, are being conflated with these people who are coming in illegally, perhaps deliberately losing their documentation. We don't know who they are, what they are. They might be criminals, and everybody who basically is of a different.
Well, the fire's going nicely. I think, yeah. I think you can shut the door now.
So I saw a guy in the park, this black guy walking in the park, and all of a sudden, before I know, he's had surrounded by 200 guys.
So,
Daylights out of him. Now, I don't know that black guy. I don't know who he is. What he was. I knew he was in great danger of his life. I saw a car being set upon, and I can't repeat what was said, but the words were, kill somebody who hasn't got a father, and they were trying to drag some people out of the car. I don't know who they are, where they come from. So
that's
what happens in the end?
that's it there. It's just
Law-abiding citizens who get caught up in something, and someone's going to die. Now, I know what happened in Southport.
So what I've ordered 2 Laird's Choices from Chamfleur Estates, which is softwood. 2 big bags with some compressed wood as well. But at the moment I'm just burning this this dry stuff. Just anything really, and that's kindling. That's kindling from the car boots, from just bits of wood. I mean, you shouldn't really burn that actually, but it's just to get the fire going. Some of that, I don't know what that is. Yeah, it looks like pine. And that, anything that's wood. So at the moment, I'm not really using fire very often. So what we're doing is just So, I've got the fire going, got some of that stuff burnt.
I had a discussion, with an Asian lady yesterday, and she wouldn't have boys going to Birmingham, for example. So she's got 2 boys, one was 18, the other was 15. They weren't allowed to go into Birmingham yesterday, just in case. And these are discussions that are happening.
So that's kind of like dried wood from my walks. Well, it's been sort of lying around in the ground, so it's a bit rotten. So I suppose the idea is you pick it up and just put it in the boxes for a couple of weeks, and any moisture and that should come out of it.
Brilliant for diversity in this country. And you look at so many people from different ethnicities representing Team GB, and you think of this.
Yeah, I don't think they should have these asylum hotels. You know, it's like, especially when it's like considered to be a brand that was a luxury thing that people can't afford, or a hotel. So they're making money, aren't they? Letting rooms out to the government. I mean, it's like, how are they getting here? So you've got legal migration and illegal. Don't forget about legal migration. You know, the argument seems to focus on illegal migration, but you also remember about legal migration. At the end of the day, my policy with people is I accept everyone, I'm happy, but there is a limit to numbers, which is an issue, which is what they're doing. They're bringing in people, big numbers, and they can't integrate, and they don't want to integrate. But a lot of them do, and the ones that do, I hope you have a great life and a happy life here. But the ones that don't, that's what this all started with. It's not normal to go and do what happened in Southport the other day, and that's what's sparking a lot of this. It is a summer thing as well, though, isn't it? But I think that Keir Starmer is undoubtedly a complete twat, right? And what we really need to do is, what we are actually fighting is globalism. Is what we're actually fighting. I do hope that we can resist, like Starmer. He means nothing. He means nothing to us. He's just a guy that's been put there. Nobody likes him. He's a tool for the globalist. The globalist twats that want to take over our country, make us all poor, make them rich. So we're heading. It's a communist dictatorship, is where it's going. I think we already are sort of in that to a certain extent. For me, what's the point of me making money or being rich if I can't go and indulge in my passion, which is luxury cars? They're going to make it that I can't go and... See, what I was thinking about doing was getting a Rolls Royce or a Bentley. So my friend, he's right into Bentleys, and I reckon I can manipulate him. To get a Bentley. Well, Rolls Royce, you know, I mean, getting one's not going to be a problem. I could get one. It's getting one that you're going to be able to use. But I think that would be a fantastic experience. I mean, it's going to use a lot of petrol. And that's kind of like one straight crazy idea that's floating around at the moment. So what happened is that a lot of the classic cars went sort of... the Fords and everything, Escorts and Cortinas and Capris, Granadas, and the likes of the Rolls Royce Silver Shadow or the Silver Spirit, which when I was young, that was like, wow, you know, you just couldn't afford one of them. And if you knew I knew some, the local butcher had a Rolls Royce Silver Shadow, and he gave me a lift in it, Robert Clark. I think he's gone now. What a character, Robert Clark. Jesus. Rolls Royce Silver Shadow. And so what happened was, I think he went, I don't know what happened, he had financial troubles and stuff, but to have one of them is such a fantastic car. But what the point is that they're going to have it that you can't go anywhere in it. You know, they're having it all sewn up. But they're still able to go in their Learjets. That's the whole scandal of it. That they're not stopping their Learjets. They're quite happy to fly around telling us what to do. So that I think the way things have gone is not what I expected. And it's probably because I didn't really see it coming. I hadn't really thought about it. How our society's getting corrupted. And then there's me in this kind of dichotomy as well. Because the boxer story is a weird one, because you've got two women and one's stronger than the other woman, and then there's this big row about it. This woman says it's not fair, but it is fair. That woman is stronger than you, and she looks a bit like a man, but she's the same weight. She's just a better boxer, but she has male characteristics, and it's like that type of thing. Obviously, I'm up against them because they're trying to twist it around to a transgender narrative when it isn't a transgender narrative. And then you get back to the whole sport thing. I mean, from somebody who's not interested in sport, you get back to the whole, why do we need women's sport? You know, sports be about competing. Why do we have? That is it's a very, the view that I've got is very. I've been a very small minority of people that would believe that, and that's what my view is. But I don't have to have majority views. My view is that sports should not be segregated. Partly it's because I really don't give a shit about sport. The other thing is that, well, it's 29 minutes, we better get on with this. That's the only thing I was ever good at, was that, and that. I was brilliant, I was a chess champion. That's not as a result of my biology. Male, it was a male, I'm a male, a biological male. The gender's a different thing, right? That, I don't think that's as a result of my biology. You know, being able to do that. Alright, it's getting really hot now, we need to turn it down. You can hear it, it starts creaking. You don't want it, you could damage it if you had it too hot. So just turn it down. So that's the fire going. That was a fire demonstration. Probably just, I'll probably put another couple of bits on it and just let it go out. It'll probably end up being too warm in here. You can hear it creaking. Right, so none of these things for me. I've really, you know, I think I've just done my own thing, and the biological side of me hasn't. Or maybe it is. Maybe it's something to do with an analytical brain. It could be something to do with that type of thing. Maybe it is a male trait to be able to do art like that or play chess. And I must put the caveat out that I'm probably useless at chess now. I mean, it was a long time ago. I haven't played for about 40 years. Right. Right. Is this really an art show? Another thing I'd really like to do is get that lot changed. You know, and maybe get some of the other ones framed up. It'll cost me a few £100, but just get a change. So what I'm going to do with them, well, put them in another room. Would be the thing. Which it all involves tidying up the house. So you've got to have some kind of plan in your life. You know, this is what you're aiming for. You're doing something. So me, I could sit. I'm gonna have to, once we finish this video, I'm gonna sit here and write it down. So we're at 5192. I think the whole so it was 5182. So things have gone a bit dead, I think, in the channel. Well, some of them have been watched a lot. That's 110 views, that video from Falkirk to South Alba. I don't know why it was 110, because normally videos like that only get 26 or 38. So there's 190. Twin brother goes through red light. See, I think these things up in my head, and I don't even know what the hell I was talking about. But you watch it and there'll be some kind of weird puzzle in there. Twin brother goes through red light. It'll be something to do with what I said or something. There's one, 451. Stupid humps, things give me the hump. That's in Pleen. What I kind of have noticed maybe is there's, what's that one? 215. Kamikaze gulls, stupid cyclists, and more. 215. I didn't do that many videos yesterday. I was just too tired, and 468 uneven road accident spot. Well, that's not surprising. That's had a lot of views, isn't it? 468. Right. Okay. So the analytics, things are looking a bit grim. It's all down. But steady, I suppose. 7,878. So it was up at 27,000 around it, and I'm not getting the big views like I did. Somehow, maybe I'm more consistent. Maybe let's have a look at comments. I'm not getting so many snotty comments either. Maybe because I've blocked all the horrible people. So there's not many comments coming in. This one is a bit of a weird one. Why are you driving at 40 miles per hour? You are so this is me getting chastised for driving too slow, which is a change because I often get chastised for driving too fast. Why are you driving at 40 miles per hour? You are exactly what's wrong. Spelling's not great, is it? It's the roads. If you were doing the speed limit, they wouldn't have to overtake. Yeah, fanny. So really, I should have blocked that numpty. So I just said dumpling. That's the only answer you can give somebody like that. But if you watch the video, here it is. This is coming out the road from Kincardine Bridge. That's coming out a village. So the speed limit, I think it was 40. But I was doing about 50 or something in the van.
for it. Yes!
I mean,
Right, you could have pulled in a bit quicker, Mr. Volvo.
that Volvo, you know, really should have pulled in sooner than that. There's no doubt about that. That's not my fault, right? It's just an example of how people blame you.
Oh shit, there's a lay by in there. Could have pulled in.
It's a straight bit of road. It's getting near the end of the straight, but
Somebody's going for the overtake. Can you go for it?
I would be concerned about their spatial awareness. But,
You could have
well,
pulled in a bit quicker, Mr.
you know,
Volvo.
no, I mean that. It's one of these things. The van was, we were going up to Glams. It was loaded to fuck, you know. So next thing it'll be, your van was overloaded then. You know, so it wasn't exact. I wasn't doing 100 miles per hour. No, I was doing about. I would say I was doing about 50. I think it's my prerogative if I want to do. I think this is wrong. This comment. I think if I want to do 50, it's my prerogative, right? I think you'll find a lot of commercial vehicles do 50. So I think that's an unreasonable comment. And he's called me a fanny, so I should really block him. But I think we'll just leave it up. Because it's not the worst, is it? So, G Ray. I think it's unreasonable. Yeah, sorry, G Ray, you're being unreasonable. Commercial vehicles on that road are only going to do about 50. You know, it's just the way it is, and unfortunately you're going to get stuck. If you're in a car, you're going to get stuck behind them. But my need is as good as yours, so I've got to go where I'm going with my stuff. And that's about really as fast as I can go in that particular circumstances, you know. I don't want to hold people up, but at the same time I've got a right to go where I'm going, and I don't think I was going unreasonably slow. I wasn't doing 40 miles per hour, but it would be. I've just come out of a built up area, village. There's a lot of villages on that road. It really is quite a bad road. Okay, right, you've gone over that. That's it really. Comments, there's very little to go on about. This guy says to me, I love your videos, laugh out loud. This is Cowie, Coconut Island drones. Love your videos, lol. That's Cowie, by the way. Coconut Island. Cowie in Stirlingshire. What do you drive? Just so I can look out for you. As you might have guessed by the name, I'm from Cowie. And so, what I gave him four links to my videos. That's my four. There's the Volkswagen Transport, Citroen C4 Grand Picasso, Citroen C3 and the Granada 3 litre GL. So you want to look at what I drive, click on these, there's a video of each vehicle. The one I use the most is the Volkswagen, that's the one I do the most miles in. Probably then the white Citroen C4, then the C3. The Granada gets used the least. Probably because it's the least useful in terms of practicality, and it does about 20 miles per gallon, whereas the Citroen C4 is a luxury car, I suppose, with the leather seats and all the features you can imagine, and the performance. It's got more power than what the Granada's got, and it does like 45 to the gallon, which is quite amazing. So that's probably my main, that'll be my car, probably. It's got bashed, it was bashed before I bought it. It's ideal. I want to get it fixed actually. I'm going to get the bodywork done. So there, that's. It was me and Grey Renault, yeah. There's that's the mini pictures. Right. Oh, the police one now. And there's some pretty unpleasant comments about the police. I'm not agreeing with that, but maybe I should have. Doing fuck all as usual, useless cunts. I'd say more politicians would be the ones I would say that about, but. And the video in Cumbernauld was good. Somebody watched that. That was nice. That was. Is it a shithole, Cumbernauld? It was nice because I'd done that a while ago and then forgot about it, and somebody actually had watched it and commented so that they had, you know. the misery of that video, you can actually get it from watching it. It might make you depressed after watching it, actually. I'm sorry. Cumbernauld. Right, so, here we go. That's it. We're going to have a look at the fire and we're going to go. We're going to look at the fire and then go. I got up about 6:30. I went to bed early and then I've just got that feeling where it's like, oh wow. So how's the fire doing? Alright. So this is a Chunel update. This is what this is. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe. And we'll get you in the next video. Oh, you want to look at the minis at the end or the fire? Mmm. Yeah, they don't care about what people think, do they? I'm going to leave it on the mini. Thanks for watching. Bye!